Right, well this is continuing from where we just left off. So basically what we're doing, we're yeah, cheers for letting me know, Paul. Yeah, cheers for letting me know. Let's get this reconnected. Right. Sorry about that. Shit happens, but we get it done eventually. Just get this out. And that looks like it might be a bit stiff. The whole lot's turning. So we'll see if we can... I can hold the screw and turn it out. There we go, we're coming. Yeah, we're out. Shove that, no, shove a longer one in to get the nut out. Well, the nut should just drop out the brass, usually. No, that's the steel one. So we'll put them together. Let's get this one out of here. Then we can take the transformer out. I think this one's seized. Yep. That one's stiff. So we're on the screwdriver. Where's that red screwdriver? That one's useless. There it is. That's it. Get in there. There we go. There. Yeah, the stream actually did come back on, but it came on too late. It did actually reconnect, but it was too late. It ran out of tries, and then when I connected it, it came back on, but wouldn't have it. Wow, this is stiff. Wow. Jesus. There we go, we're out. Gmail notification. We'd be knackered with our mobile devices, wouldn't we? Yeah, we're all back, folks. I hope everybody else comes back. It annoys me when it does that, and it's not even my fault. I pay for my connection, yet they can't get it right. You know? But I'm not the only one that has a problem. We all suffer from it. You know, you wouldn't think. There we go. You wouldn't think in the 21st century, you know, when you can get the meal in minutes and shit like that, that we'd have trouble with our broadband. But unfortunately, folks, we do. You know, it's the bad weather causing the problem. Right. Yeah, it's the bad weather that causes it. Yeah, listen, if it drops out again, I'm not going to reconnect. Because I have the video recording anyway. It makes a safety recording, so I'll upload that. If it drops out again, I'm just going to upload the safety recording. So what we'll do, we'll take this orange wire off here. There we go. And that separates our transformer. And we know the transformer's okay. And this is actually quite a novelty, to be honest. And the reason why I say that, because there's no grease hardly any. There's no grease there hardly, should I say. So what we do, we're going to clean the board with detergent. It doesn't matter about getting wet, because by the time it gets plugged in, it'll be well and truly dry again. So as long as I can work in a clean, you know, it's nice to work. I'll get my screwdriver under there. There we go. It's nice to work on a clean board if you can. There we are. We've got a bit of, what do you call it, on the chassis there. We'll bit of grease there with a bit of wax. Yeah, this has hardly dropped any wax, this. It would be interesting. It would be interesting to know what condition the dance set's in, because this amplifier is not bad. Yeah, that's actually quite good. Right, so there we go. Vintage electronics repair. That way, if it ever comes back in, I'll know it. One of my record players came back once. I'd sold it to, I can't remember who I sold it to, but I sold it and it found its way to Shildon. My friend Phil ended up with it, and when it came to me, it was a Dansette RG31 or an RG30, one of the two, and it came to me, and I remembered as soon as I took it, as soon as I undone the inspection panel and looked inside, I knew it was one that I'd previously had, and I'd sold it about 10 years, 15 years earlier, and it come back with, what did it come with? No sound. And the problem with those is R11 fails in them, because the, well, it's not really a problem, but R11 fails in them, and R11 is right in between the two audio valves, the preamp and the audio output. It's right in between them, and that's why I think that's why it fails. Right. See, that's a lot easier to manage without a transformer on it. We can get that out of the way there. That capacitor. Now what we need to do here, we can turn the desolder pump on. Hope we don't lose our camera. Nope. And while that's on, I'll have a chat. While that's warming up, we'll have a chat. Hey. Yeah, we've got 6 people back. Yeah, back again, Adrian. Yeah, we're all. Yeah, we've had this issue. Yeah, we had this issue where it just went tits up. You know, the connection dropped. The connection dropped out, and we lost everything. But like I say, if it goes off again, guys, if it does it again, I'm not going to reconnect. I'm just going to carry on with the video, because, like I say, I make a safety recording anyway, and it will be the safety recording I upload. So this started off as a live, and it's now ended up as a bloody a part 3 2-part of a probably, yeah. But we like to get things done. We've got 6 people watching. Right, what I'll do now, I'll make me capacitors up. We want that. That's negative. Negative. And move that positive out of the way. What we'll do now, we'll connect all our negatives. This size at 25 UF, 22 UF, you know, when you consider the size of them back in the day. You know, I tend to do them like this, I mean, when I can grip the damn bloody thing. But I tend to do them like this. When I can, like I say, when I can grip the bloody thing. Wrap that round there. Yeah, negative. Wrap that round there. Shift that out of the way. The size of that thing. You drop it on the floor, that's the last you've seen of it. Just wrap it round there nice and neatly, and that's it. I will, however, solder these as well. I don't just wrap them, I do put some solder on them, and that one there can go right, well, I'll put that one on. I'll do that last. I want to get this thing out first, because I want to know which way around it's going, and it makes it easier to put it in. Right, so we'll start by getting it out. We'll wick some of the solder off as much as we can. This might not do this. Oh, it does. That's one done. done. That one's ground. Then we've got this one here. Now what we'll do, we'll gradually walk it out, try to. Oops. Wait for that to go all molten. She does. That's good. Now, try not to melt the red wire. Move that red wire over. Move it out of the way. Oops. Now, should we see if we can lift that out? Yeah, well, we're undone. That's one undone. Takes a bit maybe pulling, but there we go. Got it out nice and cleanly, and we haven't wrecked any of the pads. So what we'll do, we'll turn that off because we're not going to need that again. Now what we'll do, we'll see if this is actually any good. I mean, it's getting replaced either way, but see if it's any good. I'll come back to the chat in a minute. I'll come back regular to make sure we're still connected. Oops. Yeah. These clips, I'm going to take these off and put proper clips on this unit. Yeah, this has been leaking, this. It's got crap on it. 17.78. 0.43 ohms, and that is that's going to be the 16 one on it, but it's had some sort of shit leaking from it. That one's open. Just double check. That's, you know, these are a pain. A real pain to, these clips are a real nuisance. Oh, but the one's open anyway, so. See if it says open again. Oh no. 42.36 and it's 17.8 ohms. So that's knackered anyway. I mean, they always are, but they're worth looking at. 4106.36 ohms. So that wouldn't have worked terribly well, given that one section, well, there's a gunge coming out. I mean, there shouldn't be gunge coming out because they're drylytic, so there shouldn't be any liquid in them, as far as I'm aware. Right, so the 32 UF usually gives you the clue, actually, because it usually leaves a mark. Right, so the 32 UF is the one that goes up to the rectifier, which is that wire there, and it's the one that nearest me here, that one. So we're gonna, that's the 22, and make sure that the one at 25 volts goes down the right bloody hole. Right, that's the way it went in. So the 25 volts is the dash, which is that fella there, and he goes that's our, that's our 32, that's the 32 there, 32, the 25 is that one, and it goes in there, that one. Just make sure, so the 32 and the 25 go opposite each other. Yeah, that's the 32, and then it's the 32, yeah, and then that one there must be the 25. Yep. And the 22, which was the 16, is there. So we'll move this around here. Move that round to there. So the 32, yeah, because the ground can go down there. So the ground could go down there, and that's the 25. And then this one here is your 16. Just solder them two together. Solder. Make sure we're still connected. I think we are. I mean, people let me know if we're not, so we're alright. Let's give that a bit of a dip. But when you, I mean, when you're paying for your connection, You don't expect to have people that tell you it's not working, you expect it to just work, you know. Right, so negative, the negative there is connected, that's correct. So that negative can go down, sorry, that negative can go down there. That can go like that. That can go down there. Make sure that we're not going to touch anything we don't want to. No, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Right, so we'll double check. Always double check. So the 25 UF is the dash. The square or the diamond is the 16. So the square is the 32, yeah, which is right, and the 16 is the diamond. Yeah, there's your diamond, which is 16. And if it goes in that way, no, that's not right. That is your 32. That's your 25 at the top. So we'll just lift this out. Just move that across to there. That's it. And then this one should be there, and then that one there can be ground. And that's how we think we want it. Well, that one there's not got anything, but it doesn't matter. Move this red wire. So that's your 16. Oh, get rid of that bloody power cord. I'll leave that on for now. So that's there. And I can lift that 16 back out. Because I can put lift that 16 out, and I can put that so that's, come here, that's 25, that's, so we want it going through that one. Same. So now the squares are 32, the diamond is 16, and that dash is 25. That's just fell on the floor, but we're not needing that anymore. Move that out of the way. That's negative, but we can connect that to there, and that'll connect negative up for the 16. That's okay. That's negative there. Which what we'll do, there we go. Oops. Let's try and rest it under something. There we go. Now, let's get it soldered in. Right, that doesn't go anywhere, that, but it will. That's just secured it. Get in there. That's that one. That's that one. Yeah, that's ground, that's okay. The problem we have, the holes are a lot bigger than the bloody modern components. There we go. That's the problem we have with these. That's it. And we're trying to keep do, and I think that's about right. What I need to do now is push that down onto there so it's flat and it just reaches. It just reaches so we can solder. We can drop the solder out, drop the solder on that. There we are. Got the other ones in my way here. There it is. Got the solder. There we go, we've got the solder on the pad there. We just want to get it to come across. Make connection with the board. We'll do leg. That's it. And we'll bring another connection across here. Mind, I don't think we need to. I think that gets us all our grounds. No, it doesn't. We need a connection from here. Yeah, we need a connection from here. Oh yeah, I think it gets us. I think it does get us our grounds. I think it does. But we'll soon find out. Let's just clip our wires. There we go. one, I think I've just cut the one off for the rectifier by mistake, which was that one there, but that's no worries. Yeah, because that's yeah, because there's negative. Yeah. Yeah, it's that one there I've just locked off. Yeah. Yeah, that one there for the rectifier. But that's no problem because we put the rectifier there anyway. I need to find one for it yet. Right. So let's see if we've got all our grounds on. If not, we'll just link that one. Oops. If not, we'll just link that one. Before we do this, let's just look at the chat. Make sure we've still got something connected. 14, lovely. There's a lot of this I haven't seen, so yeah, people just saying they're back and letting on. Yeah, everybody's keeping good and back again. Andy has just paid his internet bill. Well, no, I haven't actually. I paid my bill for last month, and I got my bill for this month a few days ago. But you know, yeah, put your channel on here, Robert. Put it on here, mate, and also I think I subscribe to you, don't I? If I don't, I will. Yeah, Absolute Radio's gone off AM. AM's going to become a barren wasteland, isn't it? Bit like Stockport Town Centre. Adrian telling Simon the pie black box I had the old red black mains cable wired up wrong, so I blew the guy's fuses. It happens, we all make mistakes. So balls, you should have checked it first. Well, we do, but sometimes we just don't do it. I mean, look, you know, we all make mistakes. I'll never ridicule anyone for making a mistake, because we all do. You know? We all make mistakes. Well, those black boxes, they have an earth lead on them anyway. Even the valve ones do, if I remember rightly. You should be able to earth. You can earth those, and even if they're not earthed, you can earth them because they've got a they've got an isolation transformer in them. I've got a black box in the bedroom. It's been done. I've done it a few weeks ago. It's lovely looking, lovely running machine. Oh, you watch me do my pie black box. Well, that's what the videos are all about, mate. That's what the videos are. Hope you get it sorted soon. You must have thought he'd try it. Black to earth, green to neutral, and it blew the internal fuse, hopefully. No, it won't have wrecked the amp. It won't have damaged the amp, I don't think, mind. No, it wouldn't have done. Is it a valve or a transistorised one, Adrian? Not that it makes much difference, because they both have isolation transformers in them, so you know. No, if it blew the fuse, it'll have probably protected it, if it was the right fuse head. Yeah, I mean, that's it, you see. When you get stuff, you should always be conscious of the fact that somebody might have worked on it. It is annoying, I agree. I agree with you there, Simon, it is annoying. And I bought a radio a few months ago. It's been messed with, broken all cores. Oh God. And the transformer's nightmare to get it right again. Yeah, I hate it people do that. Did you get the broken pieces out, Robert? I had to take off the whole transformers off the board, yeah, get them out, yeah. It's annoying, as like myself, I'm pretty new to repairing gear. Simon, I have it working lovely again. So, well, that's nice to know, it's lovely. Well done, yeah, I agree. I hate working on things that have been messed with. The worst things were back in the day with CB radios. I mean, the amount of rig doctors who sprung up that new fuck all, it was unreal. Yes, I'm rebuilding a still disc saw at the moment. Someone's been messing with that too. Wow. Hello, Harvey. It's bloody freezing here and all, mate. I thought you were going to get yourself a big fat unit to wrap round you, Harvey. Oh, it's a transistorised one. Yeah, because the earth on them goes up to the speaker. Good evening, good evening, David. Nice to have you with us. It's going to be warmer around the country next week, from next Tuesday, except the southeast. Yeah. Oh well. Shit happens there, doesn't it, Harvey? Let's check we've got all our grounds here, shall we? We want continuity, and we want to make sure we've got all our grounds, because there's no excuse for not having your grounds. And what we'll do, we'll go onto the chassis, one of them rivets will do, or actually one of them holes. I'll do, I can hold it as well. Yep. Yep. Nothing on that one, that should be, oh no it's not, yeah it should be a ground. So that one we haven't got, that one's not making. So we'll put a link wire in there. Where's the nearest point? The nearest point to that for the ground is there and there. So if I link that and that, that'll give us a ground on there. And we need a ground on there, do we? Yeah, we do. We do, because there's something up there. There's a valve pin that uses the ground, and it's pin 5. So if we don't connect pin 5, we won't get the heater. Yeah. We need to find a wire. We had plenty of wires around here earlier because I was clipping, because I took some old wire off the hacker, didn't I? There we are. What we'll do, we'll just clip that to the size we need. And this will give us our ground. And there we go. Yeah, I went to a karaoke night once, so one woman mistook me for Demis Roussos. Honestly, yeah. She said, could you sing Forever and Ever? I said, no, after 20 minutes I lose my voice. Yeah, so you've got to be careful when you're picking things up. You've got to be careful that if you pick something up and you think it's a piece of solder, see if it bends easily. If it doesn't, it's a piece of wire. And if you heat that with the iron, it'll hurt your hand. I've done that before today. And we've got our ground there. Let's go around it to, there we go. Oh, maybe I should have just left that resting there. So what we'll do next, we'll pop that. It's a shame, you know, can I get it through? If I could get that through the top, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? But there's no room, can't get it through. Everything's in the way. There we go, we'll move that wire there. And we'll load the iron up with a bit of solder. Hey Christine.
Alright, Andy.
Yeah. What are you doing back here?
Laura's washing.
She's not in work tomorrow, is she?
In work tomorrow.
Is she?
The last day tomorrow.
Ah. Yeah. Oops. We do us a cup of coffee. It's a bit long that, but it'll do. Shove it. It'd be nice to get round there, but it won't go. So just stick it in. Stick it in. Get it shoved in. And I need to clip that wire out as well. I've not forgotten it. Move that bloody red wire. That red wire's a nuisance.
Want a coffee, Andy?
Yeah, that's what I just said. We do me a coffee.
Hey?
I just said to you, we do me one.
Right.
There we are. No, that's not going anywhere. That's good. Just lay that down if I can. Oh, it's a bit stiff. Oh, that's a bit on the stiff side, but we're done. Yeah, clip that wire there. Right. Oh. Next one is to fit this tone correction. I always use, I'm not bothered, I don't need the big sucking tool on for that. Just get the what are you doing?
Letting him out.
Yeah.
What was it?
I know she is. Right. Right. And that goes down the orange hole. Yep, because it was the orange wire I took off. Yeah, need to come back a bit maybe. Oh no, we're okay. Put that in there to just bend it across the way I need it there. Now, there we go. Let's just get me pliers. Pull my pliers, pull it through with my pliers. We'll get that nice and neat. And we don't want it as near as the valve. Get it as near from the valve as we can. So I'm going to put it there. And that's it. Where's my solder? Where's my solder? Just had my bloody solder in my hand. Where have I put it? I think that's it. Yeah.
You never got a break tonight, Andy?
Right. Yeah, so basically Where's it on? There it is.
Finished.
There we go. We'll spray the pots. They're always a bit stiff, but a bit of spray loosens them. There we go, get that crap off the end. I see he broke one of his knobs out, could have been broke when he got it. Right. Yep. I'll put you in touch with a bloke, Paul, who makes these knobs. He 3D prints them. Tell him what Dan set you want it for, and he'll 3D print you a new pair of knobs with Chinese hats in and everything. This board is made by AMC, whoever they were. Right, so all the solder joints look good. We'll be connecting our mains transformer. Our output transformer. We'll be going to our rectifier. We'll be going to here, and that's how we're going to do it. And we'll see what's happening with the chat. Hope it stayed on. Oh me. I'm going to take these arms off this chair tomorrow, because they dig in a bit. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to leave that as it is for now. I'll put a diode on it in a minute. I'll put a diode in, and then we've got our rectifier. And we'll put the transformer and stuff back on. So good evening, Benji. Good evening, Benji. I hope you're good. Harvey's still cold. Always got something to moan about, yeah, Andy Harvey. Always got something to moan about. It was too hot, Harvey would moan. I'm just kidding, Harvey. Anyway, it's minus 62 in Yuks, Siberia. That cold enough for you, Harvey? I'm glad I'm not there. It's cold enough here. I'm taking a break from an Akai 1900. Right channel not working. Right channel not making it to the record edit. Checked everything. It's a pain in the arse. Be a bloody transistor or something like that. It's just a library. Has anyone invested in those 2 schematic discs? From UK Vintage Radio and Television Servicing Data website. Well, I got the one from the Vintage Radio. Is that the same one you're on about? I've had them for years. It's just about every service manual in there you can think of, you know, except for the one you actually need. Oh, it's all mainly British stuff that's in there. It's just a library of schematics. Well, it's not, you know, because there's full manuals in there. David, there's full manuals in there. I've got them. There's actually 3 discs because they released an update on a DVD which I've got as well. If it's the same one, which I think it is. Yeah, there's loads of them in there. You know, and they're handy to have them because, well, you can just pick out the manual. It's all mainly, it's mainly, what do you call it though? It's mainly British stuff that's in there. I hope she hasn't pissed off and forgot my coffees. She's not done me fucking coffee though. You can't get the staff. I was asking because I'm already on the search for a Deca DC 1100 service manual. I'm too tight to pay. She's gone, Paul, but I'll tell her you said hi when she comes back. Any chance you could get that broken piece of knob off for me, please? Oh, I'll do that now. That's easy. All you do is get broken pieces of knobs off shafts, folks. I'll show you how you do it. It's simple. All you do, you get the pliers and you just crunch down a little bit, and it's, yeah, okay. I wonder if somebody super glued that on in the past. Oh, there we go. It's all to leverage. There we go, look. There you go. In the bin. That's a broken knob off. Yeah, but there's a guy who 3D prints those knobs. I'll find his details and put you in touch with him, Paul, if you like. He does nice stuff. That's the broken knob off right before your eyes. And we all know C-Map or C-Map, whatever he's called, is a tight yes. Doesn't want to get his wallet out and pay. Shame on you, man. Yeah, sometimes you have to pony up, don't you? You know, there is that does happen. I mean, you know. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. Move, Scraps, move. Go on, move, move. I don't want to run over you. Go on, shift. Don't want to run over you with the chair. Let's have a look. See what it is. I'll see if I've got it in the list. If I've got it in the list, I'll send it over. If you send me your email, I'll furnish you with a copy of it. Let me have a look, see if it's in the circuit list. It may not be, because there's mainly old stuff that's in that. But you never know. You never know. But you can get it from audio. You can get it from Audio Engine for nothing. Hi-Fi, Hi-Fi Engine for nothing. I think you can anyway. So let's see, what is it? It's a Deca. A Deca DC 1100. A Deca DC 1100. Let's see if it's in the list. This is smallish, you know, you'd think that. Right. Let's go up here, let's have a look. See if it's in here. A, B, C, D, it was on the B's. D, C, A, B, C, D. D. Decker. It's not in there, is it? DC 1100. But that tape deck, see if it ain't in here, there's no point in you ponying up for the circuits, if that's all you're after. It ain't in there, no DC 1100 in there. I'm just double checking. No. 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 So have a look in my other folder, because I've got another folder full of it, so let's have a look in my other folder. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll pop on the Wi-Fi engine and have a look, see if they've got it. Hi-Fi engine, see if they've got it. I'll just quickly pop on there because I might as well, mightn't I? Vinyl engine. V. Vinyl would help if I'm fucking. Hang on. Engine. Vinyl engine. Here we go. The home of the turntable. It should be in here. Oh no, hi-fi engine. We want. With vinyl engines for record players. We want a hi-fi engine. Hi-fi engine. There we are. Log in. Here we go. Yeah, I agree, yes. Yeah, this is the one. Right. Right, Decker. Right, just type in Decker, it should, if they've got it, it should come up in there. Decker, results found. Oh, no results for Decker. Obviously, they don't consider it to be worth listing. So it's not in there. So that's sort of scuppered that. Oh well, let's have a look in my other folder. That sort of scuppered that idea. Thought it might have been in there. Have a look in my other folder, see if it's in there. Because I repaired mine, and I repaired mine without a manual. I'm sure I repaired mine without a manual. Go into the update folder, to data. BSR. Dynatron, I'll come back a bit. Decker, where are you? There it is. Decker. Let's see if we're in here. Nope. Check the next one. There's a few folders in here, so. Nope. Nope. What have you got?
Medication, Andy.
Whose medication?
I took it to Laura's, didn't I?
Oh.
I just picked it up.
Nope. Not in there. Yeah. Nope. Looks like you're gonna, this is the last folder. Looks like you're gonna be putting your hand in your skyrocket here. Yep, I've not got it. So, I can't remember what was wrong with mine, but there's a video on the internet of me doing it. But oh well. Let's go to, I'll tell you what, we'll stay on that camera because I'll show you, I know I showed you today, but we'll do a more in-depth look at what Paul sent me through the post. But before we do that, we'll get a semiconductor. I'll get my glasses back. We'll get a semiconductor. A 1N3599 should do the job. If I've got any of those left, yes, I've got a couple left, they will do. There we go. Oops. Nearly pulled camera 4 off, not as matters it ain't connected, well it's connected but not being used. Oh. Oops, I've got a bit of wind as well. I've got the farts. I've got the farts. I've got the cushion creepers. Ooh. Camera 4 fell off anyway, don't mind. There we go, we're not using it anyway, it doesn't matter. Right. Turn that meter off because I'm not a rich man. Throw that capacitor in the bin. Sticky wax thing. Yeah, I hate them wax capacitors. Right, so what we're going to do next, we are going to move those wires out of the way, and that was where our I think that's where our right, Where did our... I took the bloody thing off, didn't I? That went there. So I want to see where... that's where it went. So that's where we're going to put it there. I also, well, actually where I'm going to put it, I'll put it up here. It went there, that's where I clipped it off there. So, the only problem we have is being able to, there we go. So what we're going to do, we're going to stick this. Yeah, you can see where I clipped it off there. Yeah, that's your... Yeah. Yeah, they're lovely and tight anyway. Yeah, so it's that one there. Yeah. Just making sure that's that one, which it is. Yeah, it's... What we'll do, we'll get a piece of sleeve in. There. Slip that through there. And it comes back towards here. Put some solder on the diode. Yeah, because that's coming with the transformer. The circle goes, the end with the circle and goes to the transformer, to the output. There we go. Now, yeah, HT. There we go. Yay, that's lovely. Bring that to there. And then we're going to put, what we're going to do, we're going to put a fuse holder there, and that'll go straight to the fuse. That'll go straight to the fuse. We're going to put a fuse holder there. My fuse holders are down there somewhere, not putting that in now. My fuse holder and and the transformer. That's your heater. That's ground. That's secondary. That's your secondary, and your ground is there. So the secondary will go to the other end of the. We'll go to the other end of the fuse. Let me just that in there. There we go. Get it all lined up. Your secondary, we'll put all this back together tomorrow. So I want to clean all this. Your secondary will go to the end of to one end of the fuse. The diode will go to the other. So if there's a problem, it will pop the fuse and won't kill the mains transformer or the output transformer. Which is why we do this, you see. These never really came with fuses in, but I do put fuses in them. I do that because I put them screws with that, because that's all I'm doing for tonight. To clear a bit of the space away. Where's the Moby Joby gone? There it is. Let's get the phone. What did I take it over there with me for? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, but I got all this. Right, so let's give you a look at what came in today from Paul. We'll start with, not that because that's my Dremel stuff. We'll bring everything up onto the bench, and although I did go through it earlier, I wasn't really thorough. There was a little CB radio. Where did I put that? It is. So and I think that was it, wasn't it? I think that was it. And there was some dog treats that he sent for scraps. Right, so we'll start with this. I don't think there was anything else. I can't see anything. We'll start with this. This is a little 2-channel. I'll zoom in a bit because it might as well be microscopic. You can't see it from there. Right. This will get a service one night because somebody's asked me when I'm going to do some more CB radio videos. Now this is a little Alba. It does have a model number. This is a little Alba CBH1, and it does work. I've tested it. It actually does work. Well, at least it did. I think that's a bit of dirt in there. There we go. Just to pull the aerial up. The aerial's a bit dicky on it. It's complete, but somebody's and I think that's, yeah, that's about where we want to be. What's happened is somebody's pulled it out at some point a bit higher than where it should have go, and you can't really do out about that. You can't roll them edges back over. You know, once they're compromised, they're compromised. You can't do nothing about it once it's done. But that's, yeah, and you can't get the aerials for them. So you can't come any higher than that. and seeing where the end comes out. There. That's where the little thing comes out, you see. So that's about your limit there. So yeah, there's not really much you can do. But as long as you know that, then you could use it. I don't know how many watts it is. Don't know how far on or off frequency it is. We'll do that when we service it.
See you tomorrow, Andy.
Me coffee, Christine.
I thought you had one.
No.
Yes, you did. You want a coffee?
I know it. You asked me if I wanted a coffee.
And you said no.
No, I didn't. I said yes.
Oh, I thought you said no.
No, I said yes. Yeah, I said make me a coffee, and then you said, do you want a coffee? And I said yeah. There we are, you see. So, and you get a little red light in there as well. Look. There. Now we know what they did with the deluxe with the deluxe bulb off the dance sets. They put them into these. But there, that's channel 14. Oh, that's channel 30. That's 30. That's 14. But it does work. It needs a service, but it does work. And it does transmit, because I tried it earlier. So that was a little gift off Paul, along with all the other stuff. That's Paul. What's his YouTube handle? I have no memory for him. I keep forgetting. Or a guy from the 60s is his YouTube channel. His YouTube name. Hello, Mark. Yeah, you're getting later and later. How are you doing, old buddy? Hope you're good. Thanks for looking anyway, Andy. It's supposed to be on disc 2 of that set. Well, it wasn't in there. Yeah, it might be a new set. You see, I've had that set. I bought that set many years ago. Mate, I bought that many years ago, that set of discs. I've had that for a long time. But yeah, this is a little CB radio. It is an FM one. It's CB 2781 standard. Runs on a PP3 transistor radio battery, as we used to call them back in the day. And this is a nice little radio. It's going in my collection. What's probably happened here, actually, I don't think anyone's pulled it too hard. What's happened is that's been pressed down, and that's opened that up, because that's probably supposed to go to about there, and that's opened that up. That's what's happened there. Oh, there was these.
Yeah, Andy, where do you want it?
In a cup.
Where do you want
it? In a cup.
Where?
On there. Oh, by the way, Paul said hello.
Hiya, Paul, you alright?
He's not on here, he's on the video.
Oh.
He's not on here.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow, Andy.
Yeah, yeah, come over in the morning.
What for?
Make me a cup of coffee before I get out of bed.
Got to make sure Laura's up.
Well, Laura don't go work till 12. I want to be up well before then.
Right, see you, Andy. Don't forget the dryer.
No, I won't. I think that there is a TX light, but I don't know. I'm not sure. But that's a call light. When you press that and press the PTT and press that, it's like a you know, a Morse key or whatever, that kind of idea. Got a headphone jack there, and the battery lives in there, and it's a Duracell Plus. Lovely. It's a brand new one as well, Paul said. He popped a new battery in, and couldn't get that out of it, but I give it a couple of wiggles of the switches. Not done nothing with it yet, but that's going to be a video. So let's zoom. No, we'll stay zoomed in, I think. He also sent me this, and I've been after one of these for quite some time, and I'm really happy to get that. And that's a precision screwdriver set. There's nut drivers and nut sockets and all sorts in there. That's brilliant. I'm really pleased to get that. So we've got that. We've got some what look like 16 amp fuses. 250 volts by the look of that. 16A. Are they all 16A? Yeah, they're all 16 amp. Probably car fuses, old car fuses or something. That's probably what they are. And we've got this. And this has got loads of. This is actually a compartment drawer. And this has got. If I just don't want to spill them all over the place. Because I'll have to go through these. Well, I'm not going to open them, I'll tell you what they are. I'll have to go through them and put them into my fuse kit, which has a lid on it. Because I don't have a compartment that'll fit in, so I'll have to sort something out for that. We'll deal with that. And they're all glass fuses, the sort of fuses that we do use at Vintage Electronics Repair. They're the sort of fuses we do use. They also sent me a roll of double-sided tape. I was looking for mine the other night and I found it. I thought it was in the bedroom. It's not. It's down there in the corner. So we've got that. A roll of insulation tape. Look at that. That's just small enough, I think, to just fit in there. No, yeah, it just fits in there nicely, so we won't lose that in a hurry. And the icing on the cake on this one is, if I move some of this stuff, I can turn the soldering iron off now because we're actually done with that. So there we go. Right. Zoom out a little bit, I think. Blimey. Oh, hang on, I'm on the wrong camera. There we are, I was trying to zoom out camera 1. Right, and this is the, as far as I'm concerned, just move some of the tools over here. This is the pièce de résistance as far as I'm concerned, and this is what I've been looking forward to getting since Paul mentioned it a few days ago. Been looking forward to getting this. That rectifier can be thrown away. Yeah, we'll get back onto that. That acca's working, but yeah, there is a capacitor in the wrong way around. But we'll get back on. I'll put this over here. We'll get back onto that. We'll have it ready by the time Paul comes to collect it. That's for certain. We'll get that done before he gets here for it. But it'll stay there in the workshop till it's done, and then it'll be put safely away. Right, well, what this is an electronics. What this is a, what do you call it? It's a stereo amplifier module system. And basically you lay them out the way they want you to, like that. Just put that box there. So they want you to put it that way up. Let's take everything out of the box first, shall we? And then we'll take everything out of the box that we need out, and we can lay it out, can then show you laid out how they want you to do it. And I think there's 3 of them power amp modules, but we only want we only want 2 of those. There's 3 of those in that box, so somebody must have put an extra one in at some time. But yeah, I'm interested to see what's inside them. So because we've got an extra power module, I'm going to undo one of them. I'm not interested in doing a preamp. I've got an idea what's in that. So what they want you to do with this is what they want you to do with it. There's your controls. Your bass and treble, volume. They want you to put it like that, or is it like that? These don't line up. Yeah, they do. No, they don't, because they don't line up. But that's what they want you to do. So we'll line them up there. They want you to put that like that. Yeah, because that's your volume, your balance, your bass and your treble. They want you to shove them like that. They want you to put your preamplifier. And there's a lot of wires on there. Jesus, you're gonna need a. I think yeah, they are screws. Yeah, they are screws. So they want you to put that down like that. Obviously we're not going to screw it to the bench. They want you to put one of the power modules. Which way are the wires coming out of it? They say this is not for scale. Say it's not to scale, but I think it is. I think it's to scale. It's everything fits. Oh, this here isn't. The control unit isn't to scale, is it? That's probably what they meant. There's the other. That's the left-hand amp. That's your right-hand amp. Then we've got this in the right order, yeah. Right. And then we've got the power here, and inside there's just going to be a power transformer. I would have thought. I don't think there's going to be much in the way of anything inside that. But we will open it. There's one way to find out. We can put a meter on it. There we go. And that's your power supply. And that's what they want you to do. If I bring you in a bit. There we go. And that's what they want you to do. And that's how you build it. I'll tell you what, you know, if you build it to that, it's going to be some bloody amplifier in it. I mean, what I'll do, I don't know whether I'm going to build it. I want to undo. There is actually another module in here, so I'm going to open it. There is another module in here because this is probably out of another kit. So I'm going to open this one. Just found a screwdriver. They are actually. Hang on, let's just see. If that's Christine, I'll swing for her. It is. She does it every night. Yeah. Anyway. Yes. Let's go back to where. Well, Simon, I'm about to start a pram set for a lady I know from a shop nearby whose daughter's expected a little girl. La 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 la, yeah. Then, other than that, I'm just waiting on the oven to ping. Right. So Simon's got a. So Mark's got a sewing machine. Mind you. I knew plenty of men who've done sewing. Most of them were in strange ways sewing mailbags. There we go. I couldn't resist that. I can sew. Dead right I can. It's sometimes sewing something back together is better than going out. It's cheaper than going out and buying it again and paying for it all over again. Anyway, I remember getting one of those as they were on offer, because someone asked me to take a record player for them, and to make a record player for them, and I wanted a simple solution as I couldn't be asked to do it any other way. Did you ever open them, Ben? Do you find out what was in them? Because I'm going to open that amplifier because I've got two of them there. So if one of them's a wanker, then I'll just use the bits out of that one I've opened to sort that out. On the stove is new potatoes, broccoli. The oven, a bit of a leg, the oven bit has a leg of lamb. I went to the butcher's a few days ago, and I says I'll have what was that I asked for? Oh, I asked him if I could have a lamb's head. I said I'm a bit short. I said I'll cut it as near his ass as possible. Yeah, that sounds healthy, that, apart from the lamb. I like lamb. A bit fatty, but I like it. Oh my God, I can't talk. I'm just about to put my mum's sewing machine on eBay. She doesn't need it anymore. Just kidding, I've only got a ton of spaghetti hoops. A ton? A ton? I think you meant a tin. The spaghetti hoops and the spud in the cupboard. Yeah. What's she got, Simon? In the way of sewing machines, I think that is. I think the layout was just so they could just so that they could show you how to wire it. Yeah. Well, they want you to put it out. They actually tell you in the layout to put it that way. And then, yeah. What I'll do, I'll mount it to a board or something daft if I decide to use it. But I might keep it for posterity. It's a posterior then. It's a life skill, and it's a life skill like what you do, skills of life. Absolutely, mate. There's nothing wrong with sewing. Do it myself. Where's Carl? I don't speak to him. I think he's a twat. If I must be honest, he's taking the piss out of Christine, and I'm not having that. So he's been telling her he's coming down, and he's not been coming down. He's not been coming down, and he told her he was staying in, and he was found to be going out. So I told him I told him to get to foot. Don't speak to him. What, you didn't open one? Well, we'll find out in a minute. Yeah, I remember the LM380s as well. Yeah. Well, we won't open the preamp because we know what's inside the preamp. There's just a couple of bits in there, isn't there? But what we'll do, we will, because we've got 2 power amps. We'll open one of them because we've got 3 power amps. We'll sacrifice one of them, all in the name of science. Yeah, there's, and because I want to know what's in them. I mean, I could grind this open, but I'm not going to. Christine again. Don't know why she bothers. I do know why she bothers. She does it because. Oh, and he sent me this as well, Paul. I almost forgot. A fancy little neon tester. Fancy little neon tester, looks like a fountain pen. And a little tiny screwdriver, which I actually used earlier to set up the amp in his Acker. I've got a feeling, I mean, that's aluminium, so it is an heat sink. I just don't want the screwdriver to slip. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, that's getting it. There we go. It'll open up. No, I might have to grind the tops off after all. Yeah. No, I'm gonna grind them off. Yeah, I'll have to grind them off. Yeah. Mind you, that one's moved. Doesn't take much getting them off. I mean, don't feel much in them. They're probably just little Mullard modules or something, or a Phillips chip. But They were Philips because Mullard were owned by Philips. Now let's see if we can get this open now. Because I can squeeze it all together. Let's try it with the wire cutters. Right. I think that one's undone. Yeah, that's one undone, that's how you get them. I think you have to start them off by getting down there, just sort of get them bent out a bit. Yeah, I think you have to start off by getting down there. But that might go out, might pop actually. There we go. You have to sort of like get them so you can get under them and then start them off. But I mean that's going to come off that. There we go. Let's pop that out. See if we can just pop it out. I was right. Just two little Philips modules. Two little Mullard modules in there. I'll tell you what though, they're a pain. I'll tell you what, Mullard stroke Philips, they weren't mending these, did they? Don't want anybody going in here and mending them. But we'll get into it. Just be a little circuit board in there. It'll go pop in a second, the other one did. Yeah, they're just we're almost out. No, let's try and get the clippers on there. Let's see if we can pull that. There we are. And that's it. And this one should just bend off this one. Well, yeah, they're just little mullard modules. Yeah, we can repair them. Just straighten that back out. Yeah, we can just make sure that they're still connected. They are. So that there must have a power supply in it, because there's no I can't see any. I can't see any rectifier in there. There's no smoother. There's your speaker coupler there. So your speakers must go there and there. And your preamp goes into here. And that's what I think. Yeah, but it's full of. Yeah, there's basically 3 transistors in it. 3 that I can see. Yeah, 3 transistors in it really. All it is really is just a it's just a what do you call it really. There we go. Still perfectly usable. Well, that's moved there, but we'll soon sort that out. And that's your wire in there. Yeah, the socket's moved a bit, but we're not going to use that one anyway unless one of them ones is done. But that's what's inside one of them. They're just little mullard modules. And it should be fairly simple. What I'll do, I'll spray all these down before I use them, and we'll make something with it. Probably a record player of some description. It's probably what we'll do. Probably end up doing a record player. She does it every night, I don't know why. Still, never mind. My email. Yeah. Oh, they're not being butchered, Simon. I only opened one of them. I wanted to know what was in them. I've got two of those. There was 3 of those amps, so I could afford to sacrifice one. It's not been butchered. It can be put back together. You know, as you can see, just straighten it back up and get the final rivet out, pull the rest of them out, and just replace them with a couple of small nuts and bolts, or re-rivet them. Well, I'd replace them with nuts and bolts. All the bottom is there is the heatsink for the 3 transistors that are on there. But that's all it is really. It's just but they've not been butchered. They're still perfectly usable, mate. Absolutely. But because we had one more, because we had one extra of them, I thought I'll open it. I'm not opening the preamp because I know what's in there. I've got an idea what's probably in there, so I'm not opening that. Let's have a look at the other side of the paper. I'll put all that away later. Probably I'll go away tomorrow. But have a look at the other side of the paper. But we'll do something with it. Yeah, definitely not been butchered. No. So basically, we've got I was right. Yeah, that side is for the loudspeakers. 12 to 15 ohms. That's what you want to use. They want us to use 15 ohm 12 to 15 ohm speakers. I think I've got some somewhere. Wires from control unit to, yeah, they're showing us, yeah, and they're all colour coded. Then you've got your ceramic input, tape recorder. You can make a pretty comprehensive amp out of this. If not used, connect to terminal 6. Yeah, so you'd loop. Tuner or tape recorder. Ceramic pickup. Yeah, that'll be left and right, won't it? Yeah, screen, ceramic pickup. Yeah. Yeah. We can make something with that. Yeah, the screened wires, they don't give you. Some stuff you have to put in there yourself. Yeah, not to scale. Well, the wiring isn't. Well, that actually isn't, is it? Because it's slightly different. They're just showing you, giving you an idea. Yeah. Beginners are strongly advised to work from the instructions in the Mullard book, Do-It-Yourself Stereo, available from audio shops at 5-25p or 5 shillings 25p or whatever it fucking is. Beginners should not buy this ready-made. Beginners should buy this ready-made from their electronics audio shop. This data is for the electronics engineer. That's the control unit, base control. I mean, I don't get that. They're actually telling you to actually buy. They're actually telling you to buy that ready-made. The control unit. which is basically your knobs. They're telling you to buy that ready-made if you're not an electronics engineer. I mean, a 2-year-old kid could wire that up. Beginners should buy, yeah, ready-made. Bass control is 500 to 5,000 ohms. Treble control is 250 ohms. They're both double ganged. They're log and double gang. And the balance control is linear at 50,000 ohms. The volume control is 20,000 ohms. And it's log ganged. Arrows on potentiometer wipers show rotation for boost. Right. Yeah. Yeah, it tells you what all the colours and everything are, so yeah, we'll have a go at this one night, guys and ladies. Yeah, wires from the control unit to the preamplifier module as shown above. Yeah. So your power supply, including your rectifier and everything, is in that box. So we may need to open that to double check things. But there's only 2 rivets in that, one at either side. I can drill them out, but I will want to open, because this has been sat for years, not used, so I think I will want to open that power supply. If it was just a transformer with nothing in there, then I wouldn't go to that trouble, but because it's a power supply and everything's in there, including the transformer, then yes, I do want to look at it. So that's what we'll do. Yeah. So we've got an idea what's in them. Yeah, we know what's in them. Just standard Mullard modules. I thought that, but I wanted to have a look. That's right, Mullard did make a record player, yeah, because it was basically a Philips. I've actually got a case, but none, that lot won't fit in it. It was only a small thing. Yeah. Yeah, people take the piss out of me or anyone who I like, any friends of mine or whatever. They get excommunicated and they never get back in. That was basically it. I used to chop the rivets off with a chisel. Yeah, I can't do that though, Benji, because it's a bit late. Can't go hammering it around in here this time of night. You can't watch a drill the rivets carefully. Oh yeah, I could have done it with the Dremel. Got the grinding thing on the Dremel and done it with that, but I remember those, Simon. Do you remember the Sage audio modules? No, I don't remember those. I'm a bit younger though. I didn't even know them things existed. When I was a teenager working my first job, only new stuff that the boss got from RS Farnell exec. They were pretty good 100 watts. I made a stereo amp with an LM 381 and 2 HY60s. It was rather unstable, I seem to remember. It probably worked though. Yeah, it'll get turned into a record player, Paul. Yeah. And Mark's changed his mind for spag bol. I like a bit of spag bol. Yeah. No, don't worry about him, Mark. We're all doing that. Harvey's been cutting his hair. Mark had spaghetti bolognese instead. Harvey, what you been up to? Oh, so I was asking Harvey what he's been up to. It's more like it. Yum. I like spaghetti bolognese. Yeah. A guy from the 60s, Paul. I hope you can make something of it, Andy. It's been around. Hang on. It's been around, just waiting for a guy like you for 50 years or so. Yeah, get turned into a record player, or connect a cassette deck or some radio to it. We'll certainly do it, that's for sure. We'll get a piece of plywood. We'll screw it together screw it on like the instructions say we should do, and we'll wire it up, and but I will open that. I will drill the rivets out of that power supply. I'll drill them out carefully so I can replace them, because I want to check the power supply, because I know it's got capacitors in there. It's going to have at least one. It's going to have a smoother in there, so I want to check it before I even plug that in. So that'll be a night when we do that. I'll drill them out earlier in the evening, then we can all take a look at the night time. And yeah, but yeah, that's you know, that was good of Paul to send me that stuff. I'm really grateful. And yeah, like I say, we will do something. The little CB radio, that'll go in my collection. I'll service that up. It probably won't even need servicing. I bet it's not that far off frequency. I'm not going to check it now because it does mean turning the frequency counter on. When I spoke into it earlier, the deviation sounded a bit low, but they were never allowed them. I don't think you can adjust the deviation. I'll have to see if I'll have to have a look through Richard's videos, UK FMCB radio servicing, and see if he's done one of them. But they're a nifty little thing, aren't they? I mean, just back in the day, you know, if you wanted to talk to somebody, you know, you could just get a copy and take up a channel 30. But the only problem with that was, if everybody knew that you only had 2 channels, every fucker that didn't want to speak to you made sure that they weren't on them 2 channels. But I think these are crystal controlled. I think you can change the channel crystals in these. So I might modify this and look for a channel crystal that can do channel 19, which is where they all hang about these days. See if I can get it to do channel 19. There's got to be a way. And channel. Well, you can't do channel 20, not even for servicing. But it seems to work anyway, so you know, I'm really pleased with that. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're getting down to 20. We're getting down. Hey, Hodge Nodge is about. Hodge Nodge, modern TV repair, Samsung backlights with. Yeah. We mentioned a Michael Dranfield. Yeah. What else is there? Yeah, I think I know that Michael Dranfield. I think I know Michael. I bought an oscilloscope off him years ago, up in Buxton from a TV shop. Sure I did. It weren't where he is now. But yeah, I'm sure I bought an oscilloscope off him years ago. I think it was about 25 quid or something daft. Steve's got it now. I've always had longish hair, to be honest. Brian Connolly style. No. Cheers for that, Paul. Yeah, absolutely. Do people still use the old echo chamber on the CB? So you get the odd one. I remember the ES880 as well. They were purposely made. The ES880 were purposely designed for CB radio. They even had a mic plug in and mic socket in them, plugging your mic in. But I'm not really a lover of echo chambers. I mean, I've got one built in. My 6900, my Superstar 6900, has got one built in. But I don't turn it on. I turned it on once to see what it sounded like, and somebody told me that it sounded good, and I turned it off then. I'm not a big lover of power mics unless they're good ones like Turner's. Yeah, Turner. I've got a Turner here. What do you call it? A M+3 power mic. I like them. I like Turner's. The what do you call it? Leeson, the Leeson TW 202, I think it was called. I think it was. I've got one in there, badged as a handmaster. They were made by Turner. Really, really good mics. Really good mics. The PTT in mine is a bit knackered though. It needs the switch replacing. I've took the switch apart and tried to clean it, but it lasts for a day or so and then goes again. So I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and try and get a switch. If I can't, I'm gonna have to make something, modify it to make something work. But that'll be another video. I'm working on that. So we've got we've got the bench pretty much full of stuff. That'll clear all this off tomorrow. I'll get my hacker out, have a look at my preamp, have a look at my preamp board, and see where I've gone wrong, because I have gone wrong somewhere. It sounds okay, but when you adjust the treble, when you put the treble full on, is it? Yeah, when you put the treble full on, it plays up. When you turn the higher you go up with the volume, but if you put the treble about halfway, then it doesn't play up. So it is on the preamp. It's an error I've made, and Robert told me earlier that it's a capacitor. Which one is another matter. But yeah, so that suggestion from Simon Wiggle, that was a good one as well. I think it was from Simon. Yeah, I put a dot of paint on for the positive side before I take them out. Yeah, so that's something I will do from now. Are we back, guys? Successfully connected. Right, I think I got to it in time that time. Are we back? Will somebody let me know whether we're back? Will someone send me a message? Yeah, cheers, map. I think that's what you're called. Yeah, someone's gonna send me a message saying that it's gone down, but it's back up again. Yeah, it's Paul. Yeah, you're back, mate. Cheers, Paul. Cheers, mate. I got to it that. So what I've done, I've set it up for about 40 odd times for it to retry, so I've got time to scoot over there. It's supposed to reconnect automatically, but it doesn't. But yeah, just bear with me a minute, guys and girls, while I just go and have I need to go to the, for a pee. Oh, 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 I've gone all stiff. Oh, my legs are all stiff. Oh, Christine's an idiot. She turned the bloody light off. Fucking hell. Turn the kitchen light off. I'll leave that on. Oh. Oh, that feels better. Yeah, I think it's the weather that's causing this internet outage, because I've not had any trouble for quite some time. But no, she's not, mate. She's alright, Christine. No, she's not. I'm only kidding. Yeah, I managed to save it. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, you know, she's alright really. In fact, you know something, it's weird. Uh, uh, yeah, you know, she's alright really. I mean, she's, yeah, absolutely. In fact, you know something? I see more of Christine now than what I saw of her when I was married to her. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, that's true that. Whoops. I saw more of her now, I see more of her now than I ever did. And I don't mind. Yeah, that's a good one, that, isn't it? I'll have a sheep's head or a lamb's head, yeah, and cut it near its ass as possible. Yeah. Yeah, has she got the bed, your lady? Yeah. Right. I won't be far behind her, to be honest, because I'll be going pretty soon. I mean, because it's getting on a bit now, isn't it? I'll probably give it till about 11, then go and get some supper knock up a bit of supper. And there's a couple of videos I want to watch, and I'm going to do that while I eat my supper. And you know, yeah, so, well, at least it's only timed out twice this evening, and the second time I managed to catch it, so it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too cold either. I don't find it too cold. What you like, Paul? Yeah, but you don't mean that. Yeah, I'm having two conversations here. I'm having one with you lot, and Paul's sending me stuff as well over WhatsApp, so we're having got two conversations going on here. Yeah, but yeah, at the end of the day, you know, there we go. He bloody does. I don't know. I've got a funny one for you. My friend Tyrone, I've known Tyrone since 1978, is the oldest friend I've got. Anyway, and we've been best mates for years. Anyway, basically, the first time I went to his house, he had a witch's broom above his fireplace. I says, oh, I like the witch's broom. Yeah, he said, that's the wife's transport. She come in, and Tyrone's wife, I'll tell you now, you're very, very, very lucky if you hear her swear. She just doesn't. Helen never swears. You know, the worst you'll get out of her is bloody or sod. She come in, she called him a cheeky sod. You know, but yeah, the way he come out with it, yeah, it's the wife's transport. Ah, they were the days. We all used to meet down the council tip on a Saturday and a Sunday in the summer months. Used to go down in the winter months and all, but we weren't as good as the summer months. We all used to meet down there, loads of us, and I remember the name of the guy who used to guard it. It was a guy called Tom. We used to guard it, but he never gave a damn. You know, he used to let us on, but then again, we used to get him pissed. He used to give him a few beers. He used to get him pissed. So you know, he'd be quite happy to sit on his seat. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you actually, Paul. Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, I am looking forward to meeting you. What's his name? He's not been on here for a long time. Kevin Reynolds, he came here once and he drove all the way from, where did he come from? Devon. He drove all the way from Devonshire. Came all the way down here and he picked up a set of speakers and a few other bits for me on his way here. And he brought some chocolate buns with him, but he never got to eat them. Because by the time we got to him, he said, "Oh, I've got to get going." He says, I said, "What about the chocolate buns?" He says, "You may as well eat them." So me and Christine had them with a cup of tea. But you know, yeah. Yeah, let me know when you're coming, Paul. I'll do my housework. You know, yeah. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, let me know. Let me know the day before when you come in. Yeah, let me know the day before, and I can have everything ready for you. Your amp will be repaired tomorrow. Your hacker will be finished off and all screwed up by Sunday. You know, but yeah, it's not too far then, is it, coming from Leeds? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I used to do it every Sunday, you know. You know, because I was never in. I was always at work. I used to work overtime and everything. I was never here. I only used to come in to catch a few hours and sort the dog out, and then I was back out again. You know, but you know, I used to work nights. I used to do my housework every Sunday. Now I just do it whenever it looks a mess. I mean, I spend more time in it now. I mean, I don't spend much time in the front room. So why that gets a mess, I don't know. Because Christine sits in there more than me, because she never sits in here. I sometimes go in there and sit in there with her if I'm not doing anything. But yeah. Let's see what our chat is. Yeah. Yeah, good night, Mark. You have a good weekend as well, mate. And I'll catch you tomorrow night if you're about. I'm going to make a move. I'm going to shuffle off, I think. It's been nice to see you all. It's been nice for you to all chip in. You know, I don't blame you, Harvey. You know, get your head under and, you know, wrap yourself up in your quilt, do a nice good power fart under the blanket. You know, do a really good power fart and shove yourself under there. It'll warm you up. Yeah. Yeah, do a really good cushion creeper. Yeah. Yeah, just drop your dregs. Yeah, it's all, yeah, Paul's just sent me one saying it's been nice to see me. It's always nice for people to come in. I mean, I really mean that, it is. I mean, but let's face it, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. You know, YouTube wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for people like you. It's not us, it's you guys out there that sit and watch us and comment and have a bit of a laugh and a joke and a bit of fun. You know, you're the guys that make YouTube, not us. You know, we put the content up, yeah. But we're nothing without you guys. You know, and you know, you know, I can remember the very first computer I ever got. It was a Commodore VIC-20, and I switched it on. It come up with a blue screen, and even bluer text. And I think it was blue text, could have been white. Yeah, it was sort of like a blue screen. And I think it was either blue or white text. It was a different shade, so because it was white. Yeah, it was white text, I think. Anyway, it come up. There was nothing on it apart from Commodore, apart from CBM business machine, CBM business machines, Commodore business machines, and it told you how CBM basic, and told you how much memory you got, how much memory was in the machine, and you had to do everything. And I thought to myself, you know, I knew then. I said to myself, I says one day, one day, you know, these things will be everywhere. Everybody will have them. You'll be able to do your banking. You'll be able to go to do your shopping. You won't have to leave home. You know. And it's happened, hasn't it? You know, what do? We do it all on the computer. You know, I do. I love my computer. I do my shopping on it and everything. I mean, you know, if they ever close down the internet, if they ever shut it down for any reason, I don't know what I would do. I don't know. I'd be crawling the walls, I think. You know, because you can't take the technology we've got today. Now we've all got used to it. You can't take the technology now and pretend that you didn't have it. Everybody that uses it would miss it. I remember the first Windows-based computer I got was Windows 98 SE. Well, actually, it was Windows 98, the original edition, but I got them to replace it with the second edition because I was having loads of problems. So they sent me a new disc out. And I decided, when I was unpacking it, I came across a phone cable and stuff, and I thought, oh, I'm not messing with that, I don't want to go near that. You know, I don't want to go near, I'm not interested in that. Anyway, I left this phone cable on the side. It was to connect to the modem and the phone line. This was back in 1999, and I left it on the side. I never even plugged it into the box, I just left it on the side, and I just played games that I'd got hold of, and you know, I printed out photographs for people. I got a printer, I printed out photographs for people, and then, you know, I looked at that phone wire, I thought, yeah, but my curiosity got the better of me. It really did, it got the better of me, and I plugged it in, and I got addicted. I got a £400 phone bill, you know, in no time at all. I got it was actually £450 phone bill from British Telecom. And a Scotch woman rang me up from British Telecom. She says, Mr. Andy, I says, yeah. She says, I'm from BT. She says, could you tell us when you'll be paying your bill? I said, yeah, one day, love, and put the phone down. Next morning, my phone was cut off at 8 o'clock in the morning. They cut my bloody phone off. I mean, I didn't have the £450. I didn't realise my bill was that high. I didn't have it, so there was no point worrying about it. So I just said, yeah, one day, you know. And I paid it. You know, they got on to, you know, they kept notifying me about it. Well, thank you very much for that, Paul. Yeah. You know, it's always a pleasure to meet people, make new friends, and absolutely, you know, that's what it's all about. So what have we got in? What have we got here now that I haven't seen? Yeah, we got on to talking about computers. Harvey's talking about going to bed. Harvey still have all those machines. Remember them? Yeah, I remember all them machines. I remember them well. Yeah, so does Mark. Yeah, the CBM 16. Yeah, then a 64. Still sat in my mum's attic. Yeah, the CBM 16 was a bit of an afterthought, wasn't it? It had that horrible TED chip in it, which was I think it was a version of a jungle chip. It did a load of things. Had that TED chip in it. It was dead unreliable. I was never keen on the ZX Spectrum or any of Sinclair's products. Never keen on them. Yeah, cheers for that, Paul. I'm going to shoot off in a minute, guys. I've got Paul sending me a few messages as well. I forgot his I forgot his name. What is it? A guy from the 60s.